it wasn't a community centre, but it was like a big room, and there were all these old people in it. And he said, sit down there. Your mate will have done his business in, whatever, half an hour or whatever, and then, but you're fine, you're safe here. And in actual fact, eat and drink whatever you want. And I'm going, what? And then about 2 seconds later, this door opened, and then came all these pensioners, old people, Zimmer frames, wheelchairs, able-bodied ones, and all sat down at all these tables. And then in came the Meals on Wheels, and there's me sitting there like a youth at a table, and these guys came over and they were putting the plates of beef and potatoes and peas and carrots and stuff in front of all the old people, and there was me sitting, and this guy who had come over from said, take care of him. So I got this big dinner, put in front of me, roast beef and mashed potatoes and gravy, and I go, what fucking hell? And I ate the heap, and then there was custard and apple crumble afterwards. And I got tore into that as well. And I'm going, this is like the best meal, that I've ever had. And I'm going around all the old people and sitting down, going, how are you, and everything, and getting, and then I looked over, and then the door opened in the house opposite, and my mate, the the guy came out and came over with one of the other guys, and said, did you enjoy your dinner, sort of thing. Well, it was lunch kind of thing, so because it was about like 1. And I said, that was absolutely brilliant, can I come here every week? And the guy went, no. This is it, what you've had today is, and I go, oh, fuck. Well, it was brilliant, it was outstanding. So we left the short strand, and this time we decided just to go walking. Well, he must have felt safe enough, So we left that. We left the short strand. Um, Went across they were doing this like whole redevelopment of the short strand Mount Albert Bridge Road sort of thing. Like a it was a mess before this happened, but they decided that they were going to put all these roads together, which meant there was a series of traffic lights that led you into the city centre, and it was going to make life easier for everybody. Now, I mean, even now, I mean, I pull up at those lights and I look into the short strand and sort of go, I remember that day. But at the same time, it's still a mess, even if you're, even if you're at the traffic lights. But we'll walk from there down round by the mount, down the Woodstock Road, and into the Craig Inn. And the big lad said to me, what are you having? And I said, well, I usually have a pint with a lemonade top, basically a shandy. And he said, yeah. He says, I don't want the shandy. Just give me the beer. Just don't forget about the lemonade. And he brought the two of them down. And I always remember my Uncle Davy. He was in the bar at the time, and so was at that time my Uncle Sammy, and yeah, it was just Sammy and Davy. And they came over and sat at the same table, so they knew this guy anyway, and they're going, yeah, how is everything? And was our John with you, sort of thing, and that big guy said, well, we sort of feed off each other, do a bit of weight training and stuff, and you know the crack's good, and I had him doing a wee bit of business today, and then my old Davey turned around and said, what business? What you got it? Not, yeah, you're not involved. And he went, no, I'm not involving him in any way. He was over having meals on wheels while I was in doing the doing sort of thing. So he explained the Davy, and I'm taking a wee pause because this is going to open up a lot of people's eyes to circumstances in Northern Ireland, certainly in Belfast anyway, that that show that we're so connected, so apart, but so connected and can be connected in ways that you know are that there's an ability to sort of work together. Even though where these guys were concerned, it was a matter of extortion and and arranging for sort of money to be paid. But basically, what was happening was the intersection at the Mount, Short Strand, Woodstock Link. It was being divided up into little sections. So up until a part of the Woodstock Link, where the kind of Volva Bridge Road end part, that was Protestant territory. But on the other side of the road was the Short Strand, which was the Catholic territory. So the IRA had the rights to extort from the construction people on a certain section of that intersection, and the UDA or the UVF, whatever, they had the ability to do the same thing at up to a point. But the point was that there was a point reached, and it was, I mean, the IRA are supposed to be killing the UDA. The UDA is supposed to be killing the INLA. The INLA is supposed to be killing the UVF. And everybody's supposed to be at loggerheads with each other.